everyone, and welcome to Slipjoint Sawyer. Now today we're going to be taking a look at 5 styles of case knives and why I believe they are better than a sort of a modern EDC carry. Now it's very well documented over my channel. I'm a very traditional guy, I'm very Sheffield heavy, but I do still love my American knives. Traditional is where it's at for me, and I really feel you can do everything you can with something like this over anything like a modern slip joint or a modern locking knife. Many reasons why. I have done a couple of videos before listing some of these reasons, but I'm going to go over today why these 5 case knives are better than modern EDC. Now it doesn't have to be these exact case knives, just the sort of pattern really. This is the general theme we're going for. But yeah, I'd love to know in the comments what your sort of favourite 5 case knives are. What are your favourite patterns? Do you only collect one pattern? Do you collect multiple? But let me know in the comments below. I love hearing what other members of the community are collecting. So we'll jump straight into it and we'll get with number 5. So it's been really hard for me to sort of pick my top 5 and put them in any sort of position, but I've sort of done it with how often I carry the sort of pattern. So at number 5, I've got the Sod Buster Jr. Now I'm showing here one in the sky blue jigged bone that John over at Thrifty Kniffy picked up for me and gave it to me as a gift when I came over to Texas in March. And this is just absolutely beautiful. The jigging is superb. The dye job on it, I mean, look at the colours of that. Got the arrowhead shield on there with a nice case stamp, brass pins, really nice brass liners, and the build quality is absolutely superb. Now, I carry my Delrin Workman Series 1 a bit more because I'm not afraid to drop that. With this is more of a smart carry knife. As you can see, that bone isn't the thickest, but you do get a beautiful blade on there as well. This is one of the etched ones and it's got 6 dots, so it's a 2024. This is the True Sharp stainless steel, and I put a really nice toothy edge on it to try and help that edge retention. Apologies, delivery driver showed up and Buster went wild. So yeah, it's very well documented. You know, I'm not a huge stainless steel fan, especially sort of the lower quality ones, and when I say that I just mean like the basic ones. But I had a bit of advice from a couple of people. They've been doing really toothy sort of low grit edges, so I put a nice sort of 400 and stropped it on this, and I'm going to get carrying it and see sort of how I get on with it, because I do want to carry my stainless steel knives. I don't want to be purely just carbon, because there's so many good options out there for stainless steel. But yeah, at number 5, this is the Case Sod Buster Jr. in any variation of it, whatever you like, but for a smart carry, this is absolutely beautiful. Next up is, I've got a Case Electrician here. This is a TL29. This is from 20 to 40, that's 1920 to 1940. Now, this in the category for me, not just an electrician, it's more of a vintage knife, and I love carrying vintage knives. It's the history, who's used them before, you know, what it's got up to in its life. You can see you've got TL29, which stands for Tool Line 29, so it's the 29th tool. Really nice bale on this dark, what I think is rosewood, because in the sunlight you can see the red coming through. It's just a shame on the video it does not want to show, but this is the one with steel liners, nickel silver bolsters, and looks like steel pins. Of course, it being the electrician's tool, you have the large flathead screwdriver, and you've got like the wire stripper down here. And that, of course, has a liner lock on it, which, you know, I never understood this knife at the time, why they would make a locking screwdriver and not a locking knife on it. But I guess it makes sense if you poke in pry and you don't want that just slamming closed all the time. It's not the best lock, but they never really are. It does have a bit of wobble, but it's not going to go anywhere. You can see you've got this bar right across. But as I said, yeah, this is going to be taking the category for any sort of vintage or really old knife. There's something about carrying a knife that's got history that I really love. You can see that old tang stamp there, case tested, and then the double X underneath. You can just see it there. But this thing is in beautiful condition. I buffed it up a bit, took off some surface rust, but it's just a fantastic working knife, and this has been carried a lot. Nice half stop, brilliant snap down. If only Case could make their knives like this again now, buy a hell of a lot more of them. But yeah, taking the position at number 4 for vintage knives is the TL29 from Case. At number 3 is a Barlow. Now, I'm a massive fan of this one. I picked this up at Blade Show, Texas, And honestly, the Barlow is one of those patterns that was designed to be a working knife. Of course, the elongated bolster to add strength for sort of poking and prying, all that sort of stuff. Plus, it's a very historic pattern. A lot of members of my family have had Barlows. My grandfather did have quite a few. And it's just one of the biggest traditional knife patterns. So it has to be in this list for me. And this is in the Deep Canyon Autumn Jig Bone or Sunset Jig Bone. I can never remember what they called it, but it is the SMKW exclusive. 1095 on there for the blade steel, which is superb on a case knife. I really hope they bring some more out like that. Build quality, absolutely fantastic. There's not a gap at all. Main blade is pretty much centered. The pen blade is over to the middle but not rubbing. And you can see again 2024, beautiful clip point blade. I love just the working design of these. There's nothing fancy, there's no swedging, nothing. Just a brilliant working blade. Really nice 1095. Of course, it is polished, so it's an absolute fingerprint magnet. Nice action with a half stop. And then the pen blade as well, which has all the sort of blade information on it, if it'll focus for me. There we go. USA 6009.5, the half for clip blade, and then 1095 for the blade steel. So the Barlow coming in for me as better than modern is purely nostalgia. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful work knife. For me, you've got two blades. I don't know what you're going to be doing in a day for a reasonable sort of job that you're going to need more than that, especially with 1095. That's a nice hard steel and you can sharpen it up really easily. Now the next two, well, number 2 and number 1 are very sort of similar in style. They are both Stockmans, but different style Stockmans. So I'm a massive lover of the Sowbelly, but on this one, it comes in at number 2. This is the 6.5 bone stag with the Federal shield. This is the standard Sowbelly Stockman, so you get the 3 blades on the 2 springs. Beautiful fit and finish. The bone is done fantastic, so it gives it a nice bit of comfort in the hand with it swelling out in the middle here. But look at the 6.5 on that, it's just fantastic. I love how they do that, and then they burn the white bone and then sort of blacken it inside the channels. And on that you get sort of a clip point blade. This is an old one. This, I want to say 2016. I think it might be. I don't think it's 2004. I think it's 2016 because it's the 4 X's, but it's stamped, which is even better for me. Beautiful clip point blade. These are carbon steel. They're part of the CV steel, chrome vanadium. I mean, look at the sheep's foot on that. You can see the CV down there. You can see where this has been buffed off, where I've used it a lot. Cleaned it up, used it, cleaned it up. It gets a lot of pocket time. And then on the back, you also have the spay blade. Now, this one doesn't really get used for me. I've got no real use for it. Not a massive spay blade lover, as you probably know if you follow the channel. But, you know, people like it, so it is what it is. But I'm always going to go to probably my favourite blade to use straight away for any sort of tasks I'm doing is the sheep's foot, because it makes it super comfortable in the hand. And really, this one beats out a modern for me. Same with the Barlow, you get 3 blades, full size handle, and I would designate different blades for different tasks. So maybe, you know, say for example, you're a builder, whatever. Clip point blade, fine, delicate work, maybe cutting up your lunch. I would be using this for sort of detailed tasks, maybe using the tip for score cuts or sort of chipping off bits if you're doing any sort of woodwork. And then I would sort of use the spade blade just for opening packaging, cutting down boxes, because that could dull a blade pretty quickly. And, you know, the spade blades are nice and slicey, that's not going to matter. I mean, if you're worried, take a strop, do it on your lunch break, strop all the blades up, and you'll have a perfect working knife again for the second half of your day. Can't beat a Stockman. And then coming in at number 1, you would have seen me sort of wandering this around at the start of the video. This is the 47 pattern case Stockman. Now, I can never really tell if it's a medium or a large, because it's not quite 75, but it's small. It's larger than some of the ones that you would class as a medium. I mean, we're looking at, it's nearly 4 inches, 3 7/8. So I would class this as a large Stockman, to be honest. but it's an older one. It's from the 70s, and it's got this beautiful chocolate bone on it. You can see it a bit better on the back of the knife. See if I can get the colour transitions in for you. There, you can see them there, the white patches coming through, and I'm pretty sure they called it chocolate bone, but that's what it looks like to me. Really nice jigging on there as well. This is the one with the nickel silver pins, nickel silver bolsters, and it looks like nickel silver liners or possibly steel. Not entirely sure, but they're definitely not brass. And this is just a fantastic knife. For me, this thing screams nostalgia, history, you know, usability, 3 blades, carbon steel, and a vintage knife. It pretty much summarizes up this and this all together. Whereas the Sod Buster is just a pure work knife for me. That drop point blade, fantastic. But you have this clip point, and you can see there the 4 dots and case XX, which I believe is 76. And that is a hollow ground carbon steel blade. And you can see there's patina on it. I've used it. I love it. Picked this up maybe about a year ago at Sharp Show last year. It's fantastic. This thing will outshine any modern for me. I'm always going to pick this over a modern. Model number then is 6347 HP. HP for high polish. So these blades are polished. They're just a bit dirty. And then you also get sheep's foot blade on there as well. And the spay is really cool on this one, which I've never seen before. So it has for flesh only on there. Just thought that was really funny when I picked it up. I've never seen it. I've seen it on a couple of knives since, but never before. But there we go, guys. That is my sort of 5 favourite, or, you know, the 5 best case knives that I find better than any modern EDC. Now, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit a like, press the thumbs up, so please subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment of what your favourite case knives are. What do you like case? Do you not like case? It doesn't matter. What are your favourite work knives? Just let me know in the description down below. I love hearing from you. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.